the person, that's bad. It falls onto them. If they took their leave from the person and get discovered for that, that's also bad. Not as bad as something happening to the person, but still bad, right? You shouldn't leave your escort detail, no matter the reason, unless it's like very extraneous circumstance, like some fucking banishes you or something, right? But yeah, like it all inevitably goes back to whoever's charged with the defense of them. Everyone else is sort of made available to help with them, but it's technically not their job. It's just Blank's job. And it's all upon Blank to activate whatever people, resources, assets, etc. they need to do their job right. Which is sort of why Sob is not a great pick, because he probably wouldn't ever activate anyone to help with it. But the amount of activations would have saved him from his current fate, probably, so.
I think she, and again, this is pretty common for her. I think she'll just go quiet watching Hitch work. Eventually she'll pipe up and say, "I was going to go see the captain about this, but I think I'll let sleeping dogs lie."
He looks at you, sort of like neutral on the decision. He shrugs. Well, whatever you do, you should try to get Sob out of that. It's not good for anyone if he stays like that.
No. I cast Lesser Restoration on him, but it didn't do anything. And of course I can't detect anything.
Well, you're not gonna like the answer I'm about to say.
She stares at him.
There's Archon magic keeping him there. It's Archon magic that's gonna take him out of it. And we only have the one Archon here.
I don't like that, you're right.
Yeah? Don't imagine it's a comforting thing being right all the time.
I'll see what I can do.
Good luck. So you begin returning back. Meanwhile,
Yeah, she'll be a minute.
what are the rest of you doing in the mess hall? The company has roused back into the building. Many people giving shit to Sierra for being so stupid as to flirt with an explicator. But Sierra is determined that he'll wear her down.
I'm trying my best to not be noticed by the Archon of Dolls, please.
Reverend would like. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It was a quick question. Then you could do your thing.
Go ahead.
The Archon of Dolls. We didn't get a name or anything. It was just the Archon of Dolls, right?
Correct.
Okay, cool. Just want to double check. Mr. Reverend.
Oh yes. Reverend would like to go over to Cobb and ask him if he has anything sweet, maybe some leftover cake, chocolate, strawberries, anything sweet.
Oh, well, who are you dolling up now, Reverend?
I'm not dolling up anyone. I'm trying to make friends with a child.
Oh.
And the way to do that is through sweets. It's not like that, you freak.
No, I didn't assume it to be like that. If you assumed I was assuming to be like that, maybe I should assume like it like that. But is that kid out there?
Yes, that child out there.
Child, kid, same difference. He begins like rubbing his beard. Yeah. I know we polished off the cake last night. I might have some chocolate to give me a sec. He goes and checks one of his like cupboards. And he opens up what looks to be like powder, like chocolate powder. How about he closes, like he puts the lid back on it and wraps his fingers ting-ting-ting against a ceramic container it is. How about a shake? Chocolate shake.
I think that would be perfect.
I think we got some milk around here somewhere. Alright. You wanna deliver it or
I will deliver this one. I will bite the bullet.
Alright then I'll come back here in a couple minutes. Should be done by. He thinks
Thank you.
Come back here in 5 minutes, so it should be done by then.
Reverend just waits.
he makes equivocally chocolate milk. Then he adds some ice to it because you guys do have ice this far inland because that's how you package things this far in. My bad. The Empire uses ice to package things this far in. Most other countries don't do that shit. But what's the point of being an evil empire if you can't enforce logistics? Am I right? Looks at Rome. Anyways, so he has ice, and he whips it together, crushes up the ice to make ice crystals, and so on and so forth, and blends it all together. And then, all right, here you go. You can give him a nice little looking cup.
Oh, thank you. You are a very sweet man.
Don't call me that. Sounds creepy when you say it. Now go on, gay.
You think everything I say sounds creepy?
Maybe you should stop being less creepy. Hear
can't do
about that? Okay, well then we're an impact. Get out of here. Get.
Oh, fine.
The storyteller and Mins, you guys see Reverend emerge out from the kitchen after a few minutes with what looks to be a sweet confectionery treat.
Mittens assumes it's for her.
Just gets up and steals it.
Well, it's awkward when Reverend turns a different direction than to you.
Reverend looks straight at you two, waves, and then immediately walks the other way.
If he starts walking towards the doll, I will just shout, "Gods be with you!" What is it? What are they called? Still ones? Silent ones?
Still ones.
Still ones.
Still ones be with you. Take a bardic.
Yes.
Which is just so genuine.
In a way, that's also like a curse.
I mean,
may the gods be with you. Good enough for Bardic.
We should
we know this creepy motherfucker is here, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I noticed that.
He appeared as suddenly as the Arcana Dolls herself.
I'll have a thing after Reverend then.
Let it be known, he is the same token size as you, but he's like 10 feet tall.
Yeah,
Oh my
he's
God.
a lean.
He's a brick shit house.
He's
So,
not
yeah,
a full
Reverend.
large size, but he's like 1.5.
Yeah. So yeah, Reverend, you have the milkshake. Chocolate milkshake.
Ooh.
Reverend will he'll let out a heavy breath and adjust his shirt a little bit and walk over. Excuse me, I brought something for you. Had it especially made just for you. He'll set it down on the right on the table in front of her.
You set it down. Whether or not it's in your control or not, you're not quite sure, but you're pretty sure it's in your control. She stares at it. Not like a kid with a sweet tooth, like, oh my god! She stares at it more akin to like you're putting down like a live gun on the table.
It's just a milkshake, nothing else, I assure you. I never lied to children, just other adults. They are terrible. Try to get at her good side here, people.
You see Express
You're not reading the
approach.
allegations with this one.
You see Express approach. It does not take an insight check to realize Express is not choosing to walk here.
Oh, not Express.
Express takes off her glove, dips a pinky finger into the shake, and then proceeds to taste it. "Quote unquote," taste it. She puts it in her mouth.
Yeah, poison.
Poison. Turns out she's allergic to chocolate.
Express's eyes are still in her control to some degree, and her eyes are darting around. quite clearly distressed at the lack of control over herself.
Reverend is making it seem as nothing is out of the ordinary. This is all happen every day.
She eventually lets Express go. She looks at the Archon of Dolls, who looks at her intently, trying to see... You're not quite sure, but you would assume if any poison or such is taking place. You can go. Okay. She immediately bows out.
Run away.
And so can you. You turn on your heel. And walk away like Howl does to those two guards in the beginning of Howl's Moving Castle. And you sit down next to your friends.
Well,
And then you regain control of yourself.
Well, I think I'm making progress.
I think whether you knew it or not, you put Express almost in danger there.
It wasn't poison. She was fine.
Yes, but regardless, maybe not interact with her if she's just gonna grab someone.
Listen, someone's got to take care of her. Obviously, her chaperone is not with her.
Yeah, probably by her own choice. And also, have you seen this guy just gestures at the 10-foot tall man? I think she's fine.
Yeah, he's standing right there. Yeah, he's standing right there. He's not doing anything. He's standing there.
And I'm sure he can handle anything, but more friends are always better. Plus, if I'm on her good side, she might not kill me if she kills all of you.
I would doubt that. What do you think? He turns to the marionette. Deafening silence.
Yeah,
nothing-
he gives you a nice still response.
He will look at
non-response.
the Reverend will look at the marionette. I promise no ill intentions on any part of mine.
You
I
get
don't
a
even know if this
similar
thing can
non-response.
understand.
Yeah, I was curious. Would I be able to try and dig through like stories in my brain of like heroes or villains or just like general people wearing like armor to see if I can kind of figure where this guy might be from or who he might be?
Ooh.
could be no,
Roll
because he's-
history.
Mm-hmm. Advantage, disadvantage.
Straight.
Okay. That is about as good as I can
Just
get.
know it's a hard ass DC.
Blood plus 7. Do I have a guidance, please? And I can't bardic myself, right?
Not
You can
the
take a
campaign.
bardic from me.
There you go.
Bardic? D6?
Yes, D6.
Alright, well, let's see if it sucks. You know what? That might be something.
Okay,
It's a
bardics.
25.
25. You barely got something. You do not recognize the make, model, or style of the marionette's armor at all. Not to the point where, like, oh, I don't recognize it. It's more of a, like, no, you're pretty sure it's never been seen before. Like, it's not absence of evidence is evidence of absence sort of thing. No, you're pretty... There's evidence of absence, and you're sure that it is absent. Because
Right.
it is so weird looking. 25 in history, you have heard that the Mithras Empire does do lots of R&D on different types of weaponry and armor. There's Azur too. I guess technically the Freeports as well. But the Azur League is a lot more magically based. The Freeports fucking steps on its own dick at times. And you are pretty familiar with like anything that they could possibly muster being, you know, your company's from there. The Mithras Empire keeps their R&D secret. Now, that doesn't confirm that this is some experimental piece, but if you had to place money as to what it is, you would start there.
God, there's the urge to, like, mention that, but it also feels like that's how you immediately get on a radar.
Mm.
You ready to be on a watch list, buddy? You can join combat.
Probably all technically on a watch list in some way. Yeah, like, as we're, like, casually bouncing, like, kind of jokes off him. At one point, glance over, glance back to us, about to say something. Glance back over at him, stare at it for a little bit longer. Oh, that's... You are a bundle of mysteries, ain't you, mister? Mrs.? Hey.
It's like looking forward, but as you say that, it actually, in a one sudden move, like lightning just looks at you. Which is the most you guys have seen it move its head this entire time. It normally just looks dead ahead.
Right.
Even when it's walking, it just looks dead ahead.
He didn't even say anything that suspicious, so in my head it feels like, can it detect, like, low-level thoughts?
You guys are, you three PCs here are free to roll your perception. If you want.
Absolutely.
I will
Okay.
chuck you one whole perception, my boyo. Yep. So about that 19.
Yeah, it's a rough time. It's a rough time out here. It's a rough time.
To be fair, I'm
does
probably
Mittens-
scared to death.
Probably, that's fair. Does Mittens want to do perception as well?
Sure.
Okay, send me the roll.
Pretty good.
Yeah. To Reverend and Mittens, but not Pierce, not Storyteller, you guys do see that the Archon of Dolls did quirk an eyebrow at the same time the marionette moved. Whether or not those are connected or coincidental, that's a different question. Did they both hear what you just said and reacted to it, or did the Archon of Dolls hear what you said and made it react? Or a third thing.
Maybe it reacts on its own volition.
Maybe it does, and that's what caused her to raise her eyebrow. That you got it to react.
It seems you wound up on the radar anyway.
What's a radar?
Seems you wound up on our watch list anyway.
There you go.
Well, that's a unfortunate. Yeah.
It turns its head, looks back forward.
Well, I hope you're at least happy with how everything's ended up. And he scoots his attention away from that thing.
You scoot your attention away, and let's roll up. Oh wait, I could just use the company slide to determine who happens to be sitting next to you, because it's like cafeteria rules, right? You might have your usual seat, but that doesn't mean you just get your usual seat. Alright. And then oh wait, I rolled a D4, my bad. D muscle memory for the
Let me
10.
guess who it is when you do it.
Okay, I'm re-rolling that one, I'm
above
sorry.
Seer.
I'm re-rolling that one.
Was that Thresh? That was...
No, it was No Face, and I'm like, No Face wouldn't be sitting next to you. So we're canonicalized that he's in the corner talking to his fucking skull. You were sitting next to Mesmer.
7.
God damn it, the fucking weird one! Wait, hold on, that's some of the people. The specific ghost weird one.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the weird one? Did you see your company? You, like, scoot away and turn your attention away, and you see Mesmer looking at you, forever present smirk on her face. Something the matter, Storyteller. You look like you've seen a ghost.
I feel you would know for a fact if I actually did.
Maybe, but I'm not Omen, nor Husk, nor... She thinks for a second. Pyre. Or Seer. So what happened? Don't tell me you're getting afraid of the marionette behind us. She has like a cup of like what you assume is like tea or coffee or matcha or something like that, that she's like held in her grasp. Really cozy vibes for how suspicious she is as a person.
I'm not afraid. I respect their authority and power and ability to turn me into mush. Or looks at the drills, whatever the fuck those do to people. It's mostly because its head moved.
And stop. Oh, did it? She turns around. I didn't catch that. Well, congratulations, Storyteller. You always wanted to be the center of attention. She sips. You're just not on a stage right now. She sips again.
Yeah, unfortunately.
But isn't life a stage? Isn't the world a performance? And don't you feel like the clown right now?
He has like a little bit of a smile for the first time, and then that part's like, okay, you had me going.
Sorry, it was too easy. But seriously, though, the fact that you're able to say anything and not get immediately blitzed by those drills is a good sign, right?
Maybe. Maybe it just.
That being said, if you are going to get fucked by those drills, please make sure to give me a heads up. I want to be out of the splash zone.
Yeah, you'll be the first one to tell. And then the second one will be Husk, so he can watch.
Oh, Husk wouldn't watch. He'd just collect your remains afterwards to see what the damage report looked like. She sips.
What are you drinking, anyways?
My own personal stock of matcha.
Oh.
She sips. No, you can't have any. She sips again.
I wasn't gonna ask. I know the answer.
Might as well enjoy the pleasantry and the good environment before we have to ship out again. Speaking of shipping out, she checks a watch, pulls out a pocket watch. I have to be interrogating the captive soon.
Oh, that's
She like lifts the mug up to her mouth and her eyes close. Again, really cozy vibes. Like, oh, I'm just enjoying the cold air right now. Ooh la la. But she's talking about like not torturing, but like magically charming people.
We have like a white girl Instagram.
She does. She would probably be. Her and Drink would definitely have white girl Instagram.
Oh my god. they'd beef together online.
Yeah, totally. Oh, I'm just gonna enjoy this a little while longer.
Very wise, very wise.
And it's around this time, Phoenix, you return. Camp's not huge, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, getting across takes a minute.
Stand ominously in the doorway for a second.
You have tight competition. Gestures hand at the marionette.
Right.
As you come up to the main entryway, as opposed to the back entryway, Bug does come up to you, and he holds out a cup.
I
Water?
love this guy.
She'll take it and nod.
He scares away. It's just a little guy.
Shit.
He's
Just
just
a helpful.
He's just a little guy.
Yeah, he's just a helpful little guy. He sits back down next to Express as he like pats her arm with his insectoid hands. Like, it's okay, it's okay, it's over now.
Traumatized.
Yeah.
A little bit.
You know, do I?
Uh-huh.
I guess I should make this like that.
I debate asking Mesmer, hey, do you have anything calming? Or like teas. If it's a personal stash, she's not going to share.
No, not at all.
Would Cobb have any tea? He doesn't seem the type. What do you?
He carries tea. He makes sweet tea all the time.
Just because he
course
doesn't
he
seem the
does.
type doesn't mean he wouldn't have it, right? Like, he's the...
He does stock
Company
ingredients
club,
for
right?
dishes that you guys like. So yeah. I mean,
Hmm.
it's good that he wouldn't like it because then you know it's not coming from his personal stash.
Yeah, exactly. I think while looking over at that situation, he would just, without looking over to Mesmer, he was like, hey, what would you suggest for like a tea for common nerves?
Chamomile, chrysanthemum. Honestly, just general green tea could help. Although I don't think Cobb has chrysanthemum. He might have chamomile, but he definitely has green tea.
Understood.
And I'm sure you're asking that for no particular reason for anyone else's sake in this building.
At that comment, it's funny. Actually, looks over to Mesmer. No. I'm just a little bit thirsty. He gets up and goes to find.
Oh, you're so cute when you're awkward. Bye bye.
Hey, you're so cute when you're awkward. He does like the little like thumb on your nose, like childlike hand twiddle thing. He does give her a bardic
flattery, storyteller.
He gives her a bardic for
I love her.
interrogation purposes. She's not that
Sure.
bad. She's just fucking weird.
She just likes teasing people. Not as much as Ruby, but that's its own fucking can of worms.
I am not going to interact with her if I can help it.
They're in the building, but they're not hanging out with you right now.
Oh man, they're in the building. I don't see them anywhere. This is
No, that's crazy.
You go to the kitchen and you probably pass... I imagine this table is relatively close to the kitchen door, unless...
There's like a lot of different like longs. I just can't
I mean,
fit them all.
but-
Yeah, it's probably like
yeah.
like like motherfucker confused. So
Unlimited
for now to
lines.
say yes. For now to say yes.
Sounds good. That's just my segue of saying that Phoenix will silently sit down right in her spot next to the Archon of Dolls,
Transitional shot.
holding water.
You see that she has some sort of confectionery treat that she has half completed.
Damn. She's working at it.
So you sit down next to the Archon of Dolls, and she doesn't control you to leave. So maybe I put that's too much effort.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because you're more like accepted by her, or again, like, she was too lazy to make you leave.
Assume indifference before acceptance.
That is a probably solid stance in this campaign. So you sit down next to her.
Unless she has some kind of reaction, you can do Garth's tea thing first if you like.
Okay,
They're gonna
so-
sit there for a minute.
Storyteller, you go over to the kitchen.
He-
You catch Cobb in the middle whistling a jaunty tune as he's cleaning up the kitchen after, finishing making breakfast.
I think, like, almost habitually, I would join in on the whistling.
It's Steamboat Willie, like Mickey Mouse style.
Yeah,
Yeah, that one.
yeah.
Well. I thought I heard a second tune. How can I help you, storyteller?
Help me help someone else, maybe.
Ooh, got a lot of that happening today. Alright. He puts like the little like dish rag, he tucks it against his like belt, his like rope loop belt. Alright. Who are we helping out?
Do you have to have a chamomile tea, something just green in general? Something to help calm the nerves.
He hops down from his like step ladder. When he does dishes, it's like a big wooden. You've probably seen them in Witcher. It's like a big wooden bat or not basket. Fuck, what's this term?
Basin?
Basin. There you go. A big wooden basin that's like the height of like that's like 3/5 the height of a person, but it's huge, right? It's like Geralt can take a bath in it, huge. And he like that's where he just dumps all the dishes and cleans them one at a time, puts them in everything. Yeah. So it's a big thing. So he has to hop down from it and begins sifting through all of his cupboards. Chamomile tea or anything green. I know I got some green on me. I ain't talking about this. And he tugs at his hair.
He chuckles at it.
Let's see here. Oh, well, what we have here? He pulls out what looks to be like some ceramic container. Sniffs it. Oh yeah, a little bit left, a little bit of chamomile here. Sink. You know how to prepare it?
Frankly, I do not have a clue.
Oh, I'll teach you real fast. It's not that hard.
Yeah, useful to learn.
Yeah. You're a jack of all trades, so I'm sure you can pick it up pretty fast.
You son of a bitch.
Anyways, he teaches you how to make chamomile tea. It takes like all of 10 minutes.
Yeah.
In real life, unless you're making some bougie ass boba shop tea, it generally only takes that long. All right, there you go. Small little pot. We ain't teaching. I ain't teaching no one how to make like only a cup. Or that's way too complicated.
Yeah, little small batches kind of thing.
Yeah. Still has some left too. He shakes the container. You hear the leaves jostling around in it.
Delightful. You'll have a snack for yourself later.
You think I'm gonna eat tea leaves? Shit. No.
Surprise me.
Yeah. Get out of here. Ooh, maybe some sort of tea cake though later.
Shit, actually, that does sound good. If you ever need anything of me, just ask, because you're so...
Oh, you're gonna make me turn green to pink talking like that. Now get out of here.
Yeah, he gets it.
Yeah, get out of there. With a small pot of chamomile tea.
Get the fuck out of here and avoids that fucking shit. Oh.
You go over to Express, accompanied by Bug, Sunder, and Azani.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm not putting NPCs. It's not enough space here.
Yeah, there's like a billion.
Azani sees you and sort of holds out a hand, not beckoning you, but like hailing you. Storyteller. How do you do?
I couldn't be much better today. Thought I would
I'm happy
over...
I'm happy you stopped over here.
Mm-hmm.
Sunder had some questions for you.
Sunder? Interesting. He'll stop by and set the tea and like the cups next to where Express is sitting, like on their little table. Part of the
Sunder
table.
begins, but as you set down the tea, he looks at it. You can hear him sniff, or like smell. He take like a long drag sniff in his helmet.
Mm-hmm.
Chamomile. Thank you. Very suitable for what happened.
That'll be
yes. Azani begins like standing up and leaning over the table, grabbing the pot, and begin pouring out some for everyone, you included.
Oh, I couldn't. He says, taking a cup.
I wanted to ask you about the fight yesterday.